And there we go. Audio is synced. Come on in, take a sip. Let's wind down. Bon après-midi. Il est temps de boire un verre le vin. Pour moi, un verre de vin rouge. Natürlich. So fantastic. Let's do this. So it's a Tuesday. And it's always, I learned so much from yesterday's Guardian Quick. But it wasn't until I heard from my good friend Neil there in London or thereabouts, just what that phosphorescent glow was all about. And now I have to go out and find the movie that he put in the comments yesterday. I've got to actually watch this. So yeah, cheers to all of you. Thank you so much, everyone, for the liking and subscribing, and a little bit of solver's courage. And let's go ahead and jump into this grid and see what we got. I will, of course, very carefully maneuver over here now, and then very carefully move away. We don't want to upset the force. No disturbances in the force. So Astaire and Rogers musical, and we got a 3 and 3, and I'm a huge fan. And I can only think of anything really. The only thing I can think of with 3 and 3 would be Top Hat, and man, that guy could dance. And oh, she's just phenomenal, right? So fruit you wouldn't put into a fruit salad, and I'm assuming this is a tomato. Yeah, I'm from America. I'm a Yank. I would normally say something like tomato. I would normally talk about being nice to the person behind you in line. But I talk about the cue here. It's a tomato on this particular video, right? You know, because yeah, I want to be there. Clerical headdress. Oh, I know what this is, but I don't. Oh gosh, bishops, cardinals, popes. I can just see they're all wearing them, right? Gosh, especially in the Greek Orthodox Church. It'll come to me. Situation dependent on chance. Potluck, maybe. What do we got down here? Roar could be to thunder, which kind of confirms my suspicion this might be potluck. So that's good. And let's see if I can get through this thing. Oh, that's right. This is called a meter. And yeah, I think that's it. Up could be ahead. And we're going to see if I can get through this entire thing without screwing up the typing. Circus performer. 4 and 5. Sport with masked participants. That I did. As a matter of fact, I did that in college. I fenced and I played golf and tennis in college. Guerrilla warfare technique. Hired conveyance. Angler's basket is a creel. Sometimes I wonder, is that a K or a C? You know, because I never used, how often do you write out the word creel? I mean, assuming you're not like a fly fisherman. How often do you spell it out? I don't know. Band together could be to unite. And partner of mightily. Highly. High and mighty, is that what we're shooting for here? I mean, maybe. It could be. And this looks like it's going to be an ambush, which I kind of suspected, with the 6 letters. But, I don't know. I just don't know. So, a hired conveyance. And this is definitely a Londoner's thing. This is where I recall them. We don't have these in the States that I know of. I haven't lived there in a long time. So a circus performer looks like a fire eater, and it wasn't to typing, it was my typoing that messed that up. So I'm going to put a fire eater in. I'm still going to claim that I'm doing okay as far as typing is concerned. Aggressive insect at 6 and 3, and we got a K and an E in these places. I'm going to use a killer bee. Yeah, very nice. And did you notice that? Do you ever notice that every now and then? Probably not, because who pays that kind of attention to anything that I do, but every now and then, I never look at the keyboard and I just am typing. I think I know how to touch type. I just don't. I can't do it when I'm thinking about it. I catch myself every now and then, right? Stare at, 7 letters. Okay, so I guess maybe an eyeball. What a great term. I saw you eyeballing me over there, boy. Kind of a thing. And I mean, that was the line from Lou Gossett Jr. in An Officer and a Gentleman, right? Don't you eyeball me, boy. So, a workshop where leather is made, and that is a tannery. Not to be confused with a cannery. Or Cannery Row, for that matter. Programming a language. This will more than likely come to me. I should know what it is. Grind. Time when people retire. Question mark, 5 letters. I'm going to go with night, like it's probably be night, right? Grind could be to ganache. No, I don't say it that way. I just think it's kind of funny. This is Python now. Now I see it. Purloined, stolen. I don't know. I'm trying to remember if it was, I can't remember if it was Edgar Allan Poe or one of those Guy de Maupassant's short stories called The Purloined Letter. It feels like it was Poe, but I remember Detective Dupin was in it. I don't know if any of y'all have ever read that short story, but it's called The Purloined Letter. And I remember when I first read it, I was like still in high school. And I was like, what is this purloined? And I was too lazy back then to look it up in a dictionary, really. Gave those up when I was like 15. Just too bored with it. And, it finally hit me somewhere. Stolen, right? But it was such a great story. And now I feel like I need to look that up and read it again, right? So, hue and cry. And it's this kind of thing. I'm doing just fine in this grid until we get to something like this right here. And I'll be like going, no, that's just the will of the wisp. But, clearly you should just cock a snook and just tiddle your way on over. Whatever, right? I mean, like, I'm really trying to learn here. But I don't. I say the Q. Someone born on March 1st say, oh, great, Pisces. Now you have to remember how to spell it, Christopher. But start with a Pisces and see what that gets us. The saddest part is I am a Pisces, but I'm not much into like astrology. I don't have anything against it, just not into it, so I don't know anything about it. But I think that looks about right, but I don't know. It could be a C and an S for all I know. I honestly do not know. Pâtissier's decoration would be icing. And, fatuous. First of all, I love this word. And you can on occasion tell somebody that, you really appreciate their the fatuous sense of self-awareness that they have. Something like that. They have no idea, right? Or they might think you're making a weight joke. But I think this must be inane. But this is one of my favorite words. I have called people, I really think that you're in line for your typical Polish reprobate, a bit of a boorish, cretin or something. And just these things that you could say to people, and they wouldn't know what you were talking about because they had no idea what a boorish anything is, right? Or much less a reprobate. But fatuous, that's even better. Hue and cry. Seems like it's trying to come out to me, but it's not just yet. Neil, why aren't you here? Why don't you sit back here and drink free wine? You just fly down here it would be down, but here in northern Bavaria. Fly on down, spend a couple of days, work with me on these grids. You can sit back there, drink all the wine you want, make martinis. You have it in full stock bar right on down the hall in there. And you can tell me what I'm doing wrong. That would be great. So surreptitious. So I don't think I can get clandestine in there. How about sneaky? We'll put sneaky in for surreptitious. And I'm going to need a little bit more on this because I know it sounds really familiar, but what it is, I have no idea. Now, this written record looks like it could be a logbook. Logbook. Hue and cry. Oh. Clamor? And what was I saying that I wouldn't be able to get a while ago that I got somehow? What was it that I didn't know that I was concerned that I would leave it blank? Because all of a sudden everything's filled in. Seems like there was something I was like, how would I know that? How would I know? I mean, I was just complaining about it, right? But now I don't know what it was because whatever it was, I seemed to have figured it out because it looks like we're almost finished. I'm going to go with clamor, I guess. I mean, I don't know. There might be another word that I might even be familiar with, but this is what's coming to my head right now. So we're going to very carefully, so as to not disturb the force, I'm going to check all. Confirm it. Give me a win. Give me a W today. Yes. One more time, just to make sure that we're all tracking that the Yank did this. I don't see any blank spots. I do not. I'm looking. If I am missing it, I'm apologizing straight up for that, but I'm going to go ahead and take the W because these are so few and far between for me, right? You know, like I'm so tired of having to put in a title that the Yank gets slapped, right? You know, or the Yank takes one on the chin, right? You know, oh, it's nice to have it right, but now I haven't got a clue, which is the thing that I was worried about being hung up on. Maybe it was hue and cry, but it just had enough going through it that then I had something to work on, right? You know, so yeah, what a super grid. What a great experience today. Let's go ahead and toss this on out of here. And we'll bring down our beignet d'adieu. And that was a nice, healthy ring. That I love. Until we see you tomorrow for the Guardian 17 18. Ich wünsche Ihnen einen schönen Tag noch. Auf Wiedersehen, tschüss, servus, grüß Gott, ciao, Cin-Cin, au revoir. Be good to yourselves, be great to your friends and neighbors, and be especially exceptional to the fellow behind you in the queue. Be well. Take care out there.